What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It's at the Tam Tigneraw back again for some more Trove. We are on the most beautiful class in the entire game once again, our Dracolite. Yes, we are. I don't think we're going to be going back on him hardcore, but lately I've just been playing on him quite a bit again, and my goodness, it's a lot of fun. This guy's just the best. So, couple things. I didn't actually, I didn't want to talk about these because, well, I think this update is maybe a week old by the time this video will go out or something like that. Might be a little bit older, and if so, I'm sorry about that. But there has been an update, and it is not the most significant, but it's still added quite a bit. So what you may or may not notice is that, actually, I don't even know if it'll show up in the recording properly, but our flasks, they've actually lowered the amount down by 2. Yeah, I know it sucks. I've actually been dying a lot more in dungeons and stuff like that because they lowered the flask. So maybe they were trying to make the game a little harder. Maybe it's just coincidence because maybe I'm not, like normally you have an overabundance of flask, so you can usually just potion spam your way out of stuff. And yeah, anyway, the cool thing is actually this. They have a new category for flasks now, and this is kind of a good thing to save towards right now, while also trying to save towards that ice mage that's going to be coming eventually. Now, the way that works is these are passives that stack on top of what your flasks do. So this one restores 50% of your health and fully restores your energy. That is for all your spells and stuff like that. Not the most useful, at least right now, because even if you have just a sliver of your energy, you can still use your abilities. I guess it would still be good depending on the class and the playstyle that you have, but for myself personally, I don't really care. Restores 100% health on use, so that could be good for a whole, that actually reminds me of like Diablo 1, where you wait till your health is at a sliver and then you regen, like you just use a potion and you heal all the way up. Very, very useful, very cool, but this game is very laggy, so it is very difficult to actually wait for your health to get to that point, because sometimes it'll just explode all at once and then you're dead. Then there is also this one, which for a short duration of healing improves your speed and jump stat. So that could be okay just for the sake of using in the middle of a dungeon and having to run away or jump up in the air, because it can be a little bit tedious trying to get on your mount and run away while you're weak and trying to heal up and get the aggro off you and stuff like that. So it could be good use for dungeons. Don't use it for actually running around, because that's what mounts are for. This one is the one that I'm most interested in. It only restores 30% of your health, which does suck, but it doubles your magic damage on use. So I don't know if our basic fire attack counts as magic damage, but definitely our bombs and side abilities and stuff would. So pretty darn cool, that one. And then there's this one, which restores 50% health and grants brief invulnerability on use. So that could be another game changer one that would be absolutely wonderful. I didn't even start my timer, so I guess I'm gonna have to play it old school and go by the camera. Now, here's another thing, is over in this section, I guess my mouse doesn't really show up, unfortunately. I wish that would, but so you just go over to the flasks category and you see, like, we don't really have any of these, and oh, I see, I didn't know that. So this is actually news to me. See our Elysium flasks, these are the default flasks. We have 10 of them and they do 50% health. But this next one actually lowers our flask capacity for the sake of restoring all of your energy. This one restores all your energy, and again, you have less. This one seems like it actually gives you quite a bit more, so that could be really useful. And then I'm guessing these two are going to... so the invulnerability doesn't lower it. The magic one lowers it by 5. So that is pretty much making you a glass cannon. That kind of actually sucks, because every class in the game is very heavily reliant on flasks, because there's no class for healing each other. So that kind of makes those ones where it boosts your magic kind of pointless. It's still good for maybe one boss, but that would be it. Like in Shadow Arenas, that would be kind of useless unless you're saving it just for the boss. I don't know. But I noticed this. Check this out. There is actually a category for wings. Doesn't have anything in it yet, but that gets me excited for what that is actually going to be later in the game. potentially flying mounts? I don't know. Don't quote me on it, but I would love. I mean, they already have mags. They already have mounts, mag riders, and then a third category within the same row of 3 is wings. So here's hoping that it's flying, man. That would be absolutely epic. That would be wonderful. I would love to see that. I don't know if they'll actually do that, but that would be wonderful if they did something like that. That would be absolutely crazy. So now we still, that ended up taking quite a bit of time. Oh my goodness, there's barely anyone here. Well, we may as well just walk to them because they're right there. But let's hopefully I want to get a couple dungeons done. Also, of course, in the updates, they improved the chat a little bit. As you can kind of see, it kind of scales between, like, there will be a brighter color, then if someone else messages, there will be a darker color, and back and forth, back and forth. It makes the chat overall a little bit sleeker and a little bit easier to understand. Looks like someone in here is dead. The other thing that they added in the update was, oh, what was it? It was something minor, but it was a good detail. Oh, just as they do with all of their updates, more dungeons. A lot more dungeons. That's one thing that I love about this game above any of the other games of this type of category and stuff, is these guys are all dead. The other guy looks like he warped out too, actually, because no one was here to res them, but this guy's patience paid off. But the thing that I love about this game is with the added dungeons, like more and more and more and more and more. The thing that I love about this game that it does over like so many other games that try to do just this is that it is a constant adventure. You are constantly finding new dungeons. You are constantly, like, you don't have to worry about finding the adventure, you know? Like, it's presented to you right then and there. And that is just awesome. Because so many other games of this category and caliber will be like, it takes forever and you never find anything, you know? And it tries to act like that's part of the adventure. But anyway, the thing that's been happening as we play as this beautiful Dracolite is right now we are not leveling up, which kind of sucks. Kind of defeats the purpose of beating side enemies. But with that, it makes other players a lot less patient. In a good way. Because now anyone that we run into is going, man, that guy's got Pember. That's the Pember mount that I want so bad. But it makes it so that other players kind of, like, everybody all rushes the boss. And you still fight side enemies and stuff if you have good magic find, and we actually have pretty good magic find. I ended up getting some gear from a friend of mine that I randomly ended up playing with, and he gave us some shadow magic find gear. So that's crazy because we were only rocking purple, not even legendary, just purple. Just plain old garbage. And then he comes along and he's like, hey, what kind of gear are you rocking? Well, we're rocking magic find. See, we still got a purple ring because I haven't crafted a better one. But he gave us this and a black shadow staff that is equally impressive. And they just, like, our magic find, what's our magic find at? 122. So that's absolutely awesome. I like how everyone's following me. Everyone kind of just assumes, like, I guess they assume that I'm, like, good at this game, or maybe it's because I rush stuff and nobody else seems to. I don't know. I'm not gonna go over to those grasslands because grasslands are always empty as far as dungeons are concerned and stuff like that. I don't think this water tower, no, that counts as, yeah, that's just like a tree or something like that. Now we're getting quite a few more people on this map though, so that's good. But we're probably only gonna get to do one more dungeon before we actually call it for today's episode. But this is kind of what I've been doing lately, is I actually have been hopping on our Dracolite for daily quests because he can just breeze through dungeons so easily. I'm actually surprised how little dungeons we're doing. Wow, that one looks so cool. That looks so awesome. You know what? We might actually push today's episode a little bit, or maybe I'll just start recording a second episode right after this one. Where the heck? Where are we supposed to go, boys? Okay, I'll take the long route because I don't quite understand. Maybe there's like a portal or something, or a hole that I missed. Yeah, it looks like that guy came through a hole that I just missed. But yeah, this is pretty much what I've been doing, is just I've actually been grinding on this guy because I just love playing as him. you know, he is our overpowered character too, so he's got like the jumping, the mobility, everything about this guy. I absolutely just love playing as him. Is this a wasp boss? I don't think I've ever seen a wasp boss. Destroy the firefly. Yeah, that was the boss. I've never seen that before. Plus, excuse me. Plus, this guy's ultimate is just absolutely awesome. So you know what? That's actually perfect time. Yeah, we're going to actually, in the next episode, we're gonna tackle that place. Because right now we're gonna call it here for today's episode, ladies and gentlemen. So thank you all so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Don't forget to smack that like button, share, favorite, and subscribe to join Team Pixel. Sign on, stay epic, everybody. Believe in yourself.